everyone, this is Chantal from Gluten-Free Cooking123.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make gluten-free oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. So first thing I want to say, I just got these new measuring cups and measuring spoons, and they have really good reviews. This is going to be the first time I will be using them, so I'm really excited. And let's see how long they last. They were a little bit pricey, but I think they're going to be worth it. So, as usual, this recipe is on my blog. Now, I don't have all the ingredients available on hand, but I really want to make it. And I also want to store some in the freezer, but unfortunately I don't have enough chocolate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use raisins for some, and I don't know, some other fruit stuff, and I'll do this batch with chocolate chips. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is half a cup of brown sugar, and you want that cup to be packed really well. And brown sugar is, I believe, what makes it really unique, delicious flavor, and also it's not a dry cookie, especially the way how I make it. It's going to be crusty on the outside, but it's also going to be moist on the inside, and it's just so delicious and so addicting, and everyone loves it, and it's really hard to stop eating it. So I don't know how it's going to turn out by using white sugar instead of brown sugar. This is going to be the first time I ever do it with white sugar, but let's see. Let's see. Hope for the best, right? Okay, so I'm just going to put half a cup of sugar in my KitchenAid mixer here. You could use a regular mixer, or you could mix it by hand, but then beating the butter and the sugar is a hassle, and you want to cream them really well, and that is difficult to do it by hand. I've done it before, and it takes a long time to achieve that fluffy, creamy texture. So I have here also a stick of butter that I already pre-softened in the microwave for 15 seconds. And I'm going to add it in here after being interrupted several times. I'm back. And then we are going to hook this up to the KitchenAid. And we're going to cream. Fix it first, and we're going to cream the butter and the sugar together, and we want it, like I said, we want it to achieve a fluffy and creamy texture, so we're just going to beat it until it reaches that consistency. You can beat it on medium speed. It's sort of there, like it is hard to achieve this with the white sugar. I mean, it is there, I suppose. It's just different. I'm not used to this. Now we're going to add our egg, and we need 1 egg, and we're going to scrape the bowl down so that the mixer can beat it well. It is better if the egg is at room temperature, but I didn't take it out before. Oh well. So I'm going to scrape the sides of the bowl to help the machine to mix the butter, the sugar, and the eggs together, or egg together. I forgot one thing, we have to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Do that before you start. I'm going to do it right now. Totally forgot. Looks good. And we're also going to mix it on medium speed again. Okay, so you'll notice that it's not all going to mix completely. What you want to do is, after it mixes a little bit, just take the spatula and scrape the bottom of the bowl and run it again. Okay, it's looking good. Now we're going to add our oatmeal, vanilla, what else? I forgot. I need to look at my recipe. How can I forget? I make this so much. Well, I haven't made it in a while though. Oh yeah, milk. Totally forgot about that. Okay, we're going to need 1 cup of rolled oats, and I use the Bob's Red Mill rolled oats because those are gluten-free. They are processed in a factory that doesn't have any, well, they don't touch wheat anyways. I know they do make wheat products, but these gluten-free products that they make are known to be gluten-free because they don't, I don't know if they have a different processing facility or like they clean their machines or whatever afterwards. I don't know. Anyways, so we need, and this is not sponsored by them. I do like their oats though. We need 1 cup of rolled oats, 1 tablespoon of, look at this tablespoon. It's deep. I like that. 1 tablespoon of milk. I'm using lactate milk, lactose-free milk. You could also use almond milk, so I'm just going to use this. Or coconut milk too would work. And we do need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I don't have vanilla extract, so I'm going to see what I have. I have like different fruit flavors and I have almond extract. I might end up using that instead. I found mint extract and peppermint extract in my pantry, so I'm gonna smell them and see which one I want to use. And with these two, you don't want to use as much as you would vanilla extract because they are really strong. Oh, it smells so good. I love mint. Fresh mint. I also like dried mint. I make this sort of like a Greek salad, and it's like feta cheese, and I should share the recipe on the blog. Yeah, I should do that. That's what I'll do. Okay, which one do I want to use? This is peppermint, pure peppermint extract. Yeah. Oh, it smells so good. Or just regular mint. I think I might use the peppermint. I know it's not Christmas, but that's what I have, and chocolate and peppermint taste just awesome. And who says it needs to be Christmas for us to use peppermint extract, right? Okay, so it is really strong. So I'm gonna start with a 1/4 teaspoon, see how that smells, and then I'll figure out from there if I need to add another 1/4 teaspoon or not. I'm gonna mix them in and sniff them, see what happens, and see if I like it. I'm gonna add another one. I'm gonna add another 1/4 teaspoon. I don't think that was strong enough. So basically I added half of the amount that I would have added if I was using vanilla extract. I'm gonna mix it again, and I'm going to scrape the bowl as well. Now we're going to add the rest of our dry ingredients. We need 1 cup of my gluten-free all-purpose baking flour. Ow. I cut my finger the other day and it still hurts. My husband sharpened my knives and I wasn't used to sharp knives, and I just almost sliced a part of my finger off. Not quite. It healed pretty quickly though, but it was pretty gruesome. It was, yeah. Okay, we're gonna scrape that down. Let me lower this. So that's 1 cup of my all-purpose gluten-free baking flour mix. We also need 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, and I'm trying Anthony's organic cocoa powder and I really like it. I normally use Hershey's, but okay, my oven is hot. But Hershey's lately online has been super expensive. I just feel like people who are selling on Amazon and Walmart, not Amazon and Walmart themselves, but the people that are selling there are just, the prices are extremely, how can I describe them? Not reasonable whatsoever at all. They're basically abusing this time that we're in and just raising the prices extremely high. So this is a company that I trust and I like, and I do have an affiliate link down in the description box below with them, so if you guys want to use them, you could use my link. You don't pay anything extra, I just get a little bit of benefit from it just by you buying from my link. That's all it is. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of cocoa powder. I'm sorry, I said a teaspoon, I meant a tablespoon of cocoa powder. A teaspoon of baking powder. These are awesome. I like them. They're a little rough on the edges, but they're sturdy and I know they're gonna last. I think. I believe so. We also need a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and I do store my xanthan gum in the fridge. I think that this extends the life of the xanthan gum. I don't have any scientific evidence about this, but I can do some research about this subject, storing flour, xanthan gum, and all that stuff for you guys, and one day I'll write a blog post about it and share it with you. So 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. I think that's it for the dry ingredients. Yep. And we're just going to mix it until it's well incorporated. You want to scrape it down every now and then just to make sure everything is getting mixed in really well together. It's looking good already, but I like to do this. Ooh, smells so good. I love peppermint and spearmint. Those are my 2 favorite mints. I'm trying to grow some spearmint, but my seeds were super old and I don't think they're gonna sprout. And they look like they were crushed somehow. I have no idea how. So I'll try again, I guess. I'm gonna run it. Looking good. Now we're gonna add our chocolate. I have here 12 ounces of dark chocolate chip chocolate morsels. You could use semi-sweet, you could also use white chocolate chips and semi-sweet, and you could, or milk chocolate, you could mix them up. You could also put raisins or dehydrated fruits in there if you want. And I'm going to be doing this in the next batch actually, because I'm also running out of chocolate. I can't believe this. I need to be better about my inventory. I haven't been that good lately to see what I need and what I don't. So we're going to put in here 12 ounces of chocolate chip cookies, and that's equal to 2 cups of cookies. I meant chocolate chips or chocolate morsels. That's equal to 2 cups of chocolate chips. Actually, this is 10 ounces. Oh no, I have a little more in the fridge. We're gonna do that. I like it to be loaded with chocolate. Yep. Maybe that's why it's cheaper. This brand. Okay, I'm going to add 2 cups of chocolate chips, and some of them are going to go in my mouth. I love dark chocolate. This is not dark enough for me, but better than nothing. I like the 70% cocoa. What type do you guys like? Or what type of chocolate do you like? I'm just going to give this a quick mix just to make sure everything is well mixed together. Looking good. That was it. Easy. Now I'm going to grease a muffin tin. It's different. A mini muffin tin. I know. So I like to actually use a mini muffin tin because like I was saying before, it gives it that crusty shell on the outside, but then you also have the soft cookie on the inside, and you really can't beat that. If you do put them on a flat pan, they would come out good, but not as good as if you do put them in a mini muffin pan. Trust me in this. So just grease a mini muffin pan and put those cookies in there and bake them. You'll thank me for it. This is my mini muffin pan. I'm gonna grease every single one of these with butter, and then we're gonna put the cookies in here. Let me show you how the dough looks like. It's kind of stiff and it sticks really well together. And the way how I like to do it is I like to take 2 small spoons, take some of the dough in 1 spoon, and just press it in here with the other. And I don't fill it all the way, just to make sure that I have enough cookie dough for all 24 of these. You can fill it all the way. It won't give you 24. You'll probably be 4 less. It'll probably give you 20 instead of 24. And I used to do that, but with having little kids, I like to make the portions smaller, and they have more cookies to eat. I've never tried freezing this cookie dough. Maybe I should try that someday. You could buy frozen cookie dough from the store, not gluten-free, not that I know of at least. But I've never tried freezing my own cookie dough. That'd be a good experiment. Oh, and it's finally warm in here. What, it's May 19th? It's 63 degrees outside. It's nice and sunny. Hopefully we won't get any more snow. You do want to press it so that it would take the shape of the muffin. Okay, now what I like to do is, after finishing with all of them, if I have any extra batter, I just go back and fill in the ones that need it, that I didn't put as much as maybe I would have liked in there. If you want to be slightly healthier, which I don't encourage it because this is really good, then you could add, like I said, you could add dehydrated fruits, anything you like. My chocolate chip cookies are all in here in the muffin pan, and now I'm going to bake them in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes on the center rack, or until you see that they're slightly golden brown on the top and a little puffed up. They're not going to puff super much for you. They're not going to puff a lot, but they're cookies. You know, you don't want them to be like a cake. And it's going to be a little bit hard to tell that they're golden brown just because their color is already brown, but you can see it. And 15 minutes is pretty much safe. I've cooked it in a different oven before. I've baked it in a different oven before that was not nearly as efficient as this one, and 15 minutes were good, and this one is much highly efficient than the oven that I had before, and 15 minutes are still good. So I think it's safe to just bake it at 15 minutes. That's what I'm going to do. While that's happening, I'm going to start on my next batch. Same thing. Instead, I'm just going to add raisins and the rest of the chocolate and maybe a different flavor. I think I'm going to use almond extract for this one. I also use half a teaspoon. Left here from my chocolate. If I had cranberries, I would have added cranberries. I love cranberries, but I don't. I love cranberries, but I don't. I love cranberries, but I don't have any dehydrated cranberries. So instead I'm going to add raisins, and I do like the golden raisins better than the dark raisins. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the dark raisins, but I'm gonna have to add some of those too because I don't have enough white raisins, and I do like to keep some for myself to munch on whenever I need something sweet, or if I want to put in my oatmeal. I am going to put 2 cups as well, so it's almost a cup. I'm just going to put this, and I'm going to add another cup of the dark raisins. I'm not putting a full cup, but it's almost there. Mix it in. It smells so good. Do you hear that? They're done, and they smell amazing. I'm not sure why, but they didn't rise as usual. That's probably because I'm using white sugar. That's probably because I'm using white sugar instead of brown sugar. But I figured something's gonna happen because I'm filming. But they do look good, so we're just going to set them aside and let them cool in the pan for about 5 minutes until it's easy enough to take them out of the pan. And then we're going to put them on a cooling rack and let them cool completely before serving, or you could start eating them whenever you want. They're just super hot right now. Now for the other ones, I'm going to put them just on a regular baking sheet just because I don't have another mini muffin tin, and also they have raisins in them, and the raisins are soft and they will add that soft texture in there, so whatever, that's okay. We'll do that, and I'm going to use a silicone mat. Look at that, I can actually shape them with my hands to form a cookie. I'm going to do that. And I want to space them out so that they can spread a little. This batch is ready. I'm going to stick it in the oven for also 15 minutes and see how they turn out. This is the first time, not the first time. This is, I would say the first time since a really long time ago when I made these cookies in this shape, because I switched to baking them in a muffin tin pretty quickly and then I never turned back again. And if you do try it, I'm pretty sure that will be the same for you. Sorry for the noise. I was filling my KitchenAid bowl with water. Alright, so I'm going to put them in the oven and bake them for 15 minutes. And now these are ready to be taken out of this pan. So I'm just going to gently pry them out and put them on this cooling rack over here. So I just take my fingers and I try to gently twist. Doesn't look like they want to come out. So now if you are having a hard time, there we go. If you are having a hard time getting them out, just let them cool down a little bit more. These are still slightly hot just because they were sitting on top of the stove, and the oven is still hot and it radiates its heat to the stove, to the top of the stove. And these did behave really differently than if they would have if they were made with brown sugar. Brown sugar is a big deal for this recipe. Gives it an awesome taste and obviously an awesome texture. Turn them slightly in the pan and then they will release, and then you can take them out. And I kind of look for the ones that turn easily, and then I get back to the ones that aren't releasing so easily, and by that time they would be ready to get released. Or you could just wait a few more minutes. Sometimes you might have like a little piece of chocolate morsel stuck at the bottom of the pan, and that's what's stopping it from releasing. Okay, the rest look like they don't want to release, so I'm just gonna let them cool down in the pan a little bit and then I'll take them out later. So these are still hot, but I just want to show you. This is how they look like first. They will look better if you do use brown sugar. And oops, that's on the inside, just decked out with these delicious brown chocolate. Oh, so good. Now, I like them to cool down a little bit before I bite into them, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna try it for you, even when it's still hot. They taste great. I do like them better when they're cooler. And I do want to say the brown sugar really makes a big difference. This is the first time I ever make them with white sugar, and like I said, I didn't have any brown sugar, and I'm just using what I have right now because I don't want to be going to the store like every day. So the peppermint has a strong taste when it's hot, but it will taste much better when it's cool, you know, like when you're eating peppermint chocolate when it's cold, not melted. It tastes just much better, but it's still very good, and I do encourage you to try it, and believe me, you're just never going to stop making this because they're so addicting. Especially in this pandemic, you just need something to kind of pick you up. And these do the trick, and they also add a few pounds because they're so addicting. So my other ones are still baking in the oven. When they come out, I'll show them to you guys, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be good too. I like chocolate, not much of a raisin fan. Okay, these just came out of the oven. They look sort of weird, but that's okay. They smell good, not nearly as good as just the chocolate ones. Call me biased, but I like my chocolate. So I'm just gonna let these also cool for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna transfer them onto a cooling rack. And this is gonna be so much easier to transfer. They do look a little alien for cookies, but that's okay. I really don't care. I care more about the taste than the shape. So that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you learned something new and useful. And you also saw that brown sugar really does affect the baking, and you really shouldn't substitute white sugar for brown sugar, because it just does behave completely differently, and it tastes completely different as well. Brown sugar has just that awesome unique flavor that you just cannot replace. And if you guys like this video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so that you can receive notifications of whenever I upload new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode. I have one more thing to say. I forgot to mention that I will have the link for this recipe down in the description box below. So if you guys want to check it out to see the original full recipe and to make it, go to the description box and you will see the link to that recipe. I'll also put my affiliate link for Anthony's gluten-free products. So if you guys want to try them, you can use my link for that.